I'm going to guess 105. Okay, so those two fields behind.
Do 105.5.
Day 3 of wheat. And we're just waiting for a child to wake up and waiting for a child to get home. And deciding how many acres are left in that field.
7.
7? Oh, that one.
Without the small fields.
So do we just need the 2 wagons? Or do we need 4?
So 2 would hold it. And the buggy. I don't know. I'm gonna get the combine fueled up first.
Okay. Need to take out a loan for that, Phil? glad I have the cab cam, because I can't see from front to back very well. So it's nice to see where I am in relation to the combine. Okay, I better go. He's coming. Okay, I'm gonna give you a tour of the cab, of the buggy cab, the cart cab, grain buggy, grain cart. I'm not really sure what you guys call it. We call it a buggy. Western Canada calls it a cart. So, anyways, I am typically the operator, but I gladly give the seat up to whoever volunteers or whoever shows interest or whoever we volunteer. That is the buggy. It's a Brent 1082. I don't know what that means. I don't know how many bushels it holds. I can't remember. The men in my life know that stuff more than I'm not gonna lie. Pretend I know what I'm talking about. This has been amazing. I'm gonna see if I can get a close up. It's a Libra iPad, like it's an app. I think I talked about this before, but anyway, this is what's in it right now, around 17.4. And then every time you unload, it calculates. So it's always a surprise until the end as to what the yield is, because it counts up as you unload. So far out of this field we've had 576,810 pounds. And then in this whole setup, back in the settings, we have how big the field is, what the variety is, who's driving the buggy. That's very important. And it does all the calculations, how big the field is, blah, blah, blah. So you can put anything under the settings what you want. And that's been an amazing thing that we got. This is probably our 4th season with it. We really like it. So that's a Libra system. This is the other thing. It's fuzzy right now because he's not close enough, but it's a cab cam. And if you have a really big buggy, which we do, he might be getting closer now. Not really. Anyway, I will show this again, but I can see he's got a camera on his combine and it points into the buggy, and then I can line myself up on that auger really well because I can see it in my cab cam. So that is that. That just tells me the display. I don't need to tell farmers all this, but for those that don't farm, basically I find the speed that works well with whatever Mark's doing. He's doing about 3 miles an hour right now, so I kind of just find a speed I'm happy with, and I really only use the throttle, which is here, to just nudge back and forth based on where I am on his, he's coming into view now. So I'll adjust the throttle based on where I am in the cart. If I need to move ahead or move back, then I'll just use the throttle. I don't have to worry about gearing back and forth. At the back of the combine, it spits out straw. That straw will be baled, and we will use that for bedding with the sheep or the cows. So that is kind of that is what I see from my seat. You can kind of see him coming in there, so that's his header. And then when he puts out his auger, I can see a lot better. There you go, tour from the cab.
Sea of beautiful bikes, and I've got the guy to talk to, Derek, who's a power sport consultant here. So these are on sale today here?
Absolutely, everything is on sale here today. Of course, it's the Red Tag event of the summer. I don't know what you said, Holly. Can we do that again?
Holly Golly.
Isn't that a great name? Holly Golly.
I'll show you the camera. There's the camera. This field is done. There's a couple small little fields just behind me. They're a different variety though.
What does it say for yield there?
So far 103. Anyway, those two fields
That means it probably is like 106.
I am going to guess 105. Okay, so those two fields behind.
I do 105.5.
105 is my final answer.
I'm 105.5.
Anyhow, the two fields behind us have a different variety, so we don't want to contaminate the combine in case we want to keep some of this wheat for seed. We haven't decided yet, so we want to keep it in its own bin. but we have 2 more fields of this same variety. So we're gonna go down the road and start those fields. The kids just took the wagons, and I think Mark's gonna drop the header cart. That Macdon header we have, it's way too wide for our roads. It's a 30-foot head, so when you meet cars, they are not very appreciative of ditches and getting around. So we always take it off, put it on the cart, unless it's a field right beside us or right across the road. So 1 done, and I don't know how many to go. I think that was 100 acres, so we've got about 300 left. We have been over here for, I think, 3 hours, and we just
Got a
finished.
headache?
It's my neck. My head feels like it's 300 pounds, so Jess is getting me some Advil.
If you want to follow me over here, we can unload.
Yep. Okay, let's try that again. What was I saying anyway? This field, for whatever reason, there's a lot of wheat that is down, which means he has to go super slow to get it picked up. It takes a lot of concentration and focus, so he's not loving his life, but the weather's been great and the wheat is still dry. We haven't had to put any through the dryer, which is great. So yeah, we'll likely have another 8 to 10 hour day today or more, but we have plans tonight, so hoping he will give me time to at least shower. That would be fantastic. It's slow going in this area. So our combine has a rotor, so the straw is very chopped up. It's got lots of little fines in it, which is nice for absorption in the bedding. I do like the straw. I hate, it's a little tricky to throw it over the sheep because the pieces break, but once it's in there, it's awesome. I don't know if you can see how fine that is.